It was this day, the 21st of June, back in 2009, that the English women's team won the inaugural edition of the T20 World Cup. And from that winning side, we have with us Isha Guha, winning that inaugural edition, being a part of that campaign. Walk us through some of those memories.
Incredible, really. We had an amazing year because we just came from winning the One-Day World Cup in Australia. We didn't really have time to celebrate that because we were already trying to prepare for the T20 World Cup. And I just remember, for me, the semi-final against Australia was probably one of the greatest games of cricket I've ever been involved in. Sitting pitch side, and at the time, Australia posted 160 odd, which at the time it was pretty much unheard of that any team could chase that down in women's cricket. But the outfield was lightning quick. We were playing at the Oval, very hard ground to defend on, and we lost Sarah Taylor and Charlotte Edwards, two key players. So I was pitchside going, oh, this is going to be too much. Like, we need 11s, 12s and over. And Claire Taylor and Beth Morgan came together. And to this day, that's one of the greatest run chases I've ever seen on a cricket field. And to be part of that team, to be pitchside, and to watch it all unfold was just mesmerising. And then to be able to go to Lords, that was probably a bit more of a one-sided affair, but to be able to lift the trophy there was spectacular. And how the game has grown since then.
Absolutely. There was that campaign, and then cut to 2020 in March when the T20 World Cup was played. The final was played in front of almost 90,000 people, and you've been a part of that journey along with women's cricket. Tell us how great it feels to look back.
Oh, I mean, you were there, Sanjana. We were just loving that tournament, just being in each other's company. A lot of players that have now crossed over into broadcast, and we were all there just getting super excited and giddy. And I remember calling Mel Jones the night before the game because we were staying across the road and we could hear the kind of warm-ups going on in terms of the stadium music, and then Katy Perry was going to be playing. We heard her playing, and that was just... It was just mind-blowing, just the occasion, wanting to try and break the record for the highest attended women's event. Narrowly missed out, but it was, 86,000, just an unbelievable atmosphere. And to go from 2009 where, we had to be used as a curtain raiser to try and get people watching us on the same day as the men, how the visibility has increased over time to now have every game covered by the ICC at the last One-Day World Cup. There's no turning back. And so for the 2020 World Cup to be played at the MCG, to have that crowd there, to have two amazing teams, and it was a nod to those that had gone before as well, because it has been an incredible journey for those that have done it tough. I mean, you look at someone like Charlotte Edwards, who has seen an enormous transformation of the game, from playing in skirts to now in trousers, from having to pay to go on tour and pay for blazers to now being supported professionally as professional athletes. It's just unbelievable, and that it can now be seen as a standalone showpiece event. That's how far we've come, and the levels of competition have increased. That any team can beat any team, and that's what's so amazing about it.
The journey up until now has been absolutely marvellous, and the girls have a pretty full calendar over the next couple of years. Where do you see women's cricket heading?
Oh, from strength to strength. I think, great to have so many events. We've got the T20 World Cup. We've got the One-Day World Cup in New Zealand in February, March of 2022. And the Commonwealth Games as well, which that is another amazing opportunity for women's cricket. And with many franchise leagues around the world that players can get involved in, I just see the standards rising all the time. And when you look at Australia, when you look at India, England now, 41 professional contracts being distributed to domestic players. It will only continue to get better in terms of the levels of competition, the levels of skill that we're seeing on show. And, we just want to make sure that, the best teams in the world don't pull away from the others, and that, everyone's standard continues to rise. And that will happen with the ability to play in these big tournaments. So I'm really excited about it. I'm sure you are too, Sanjana.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.